Thanks for choosing AgriSompo North America and our distinguished crop insurance partners. We appreciate your business. Today we will take a look at the Hurricane Insurance Protection Wind Index, also known as HIPWI. Before I get started, I wanted to remind you that the following information is provided for educational purposes only. While we believe this information is correct and reliable, please work with your agent, refer to the RMA website, the specific provisions, and the handbook for more details. The Hurricane Index Protection Wind Index Endorsement, or HIPWI, is available along the eastern seaboard, along the coast to Florida, and west to Texas, as shown in this map. The Hurricane Insurance Protection Wind Index HIPWI endorsement covers a portion of the deductible of the underlying crop insurance policy when the county or the county adjacent to it is within the area of sustained hurricane force winds from a named hurricane that is published by the National Hurricane Center at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. The insured level of coverage is based on the difference between the maximum HIPWI coverage of 95% less the coverage level of the underlying crop insurance policy. Here's an example. Let's say that the farmer had a 70% base policy. The hurricane coverage goes up to 95%. So you're looking at a 25% band for that hurricane coverage. Here's a visual example to show you the bands of coverage. In example 1, on the left-hand side, you can see a base policy at 70% without any hurricane coverage. In this example, the farmer is responsible for a 30% deductible. In example 2, on the right-hand side, we have a 70% base policy, a 25% band for the hurricane coverage, leaving the customer with a 5% deductible on the top. The coverage provided by HIPWI can be combined with the supplemental coverage option, or SCO, and the stacked income protection, or STACS, when acreage is also insured by a companion policy. The HIPWI is not available for producers who purchase the enhanced coverage option or the ECO. As I mentioned, coverage does go up to 95%, but is limited if SCO, the supplemental coverage option, or STACS, the stacked income protection plan, is in place. There's also a protection factor that allows for premium flexibility. However, lowering the protection factor while saving premium will also lower the potential indemnity. And this program is highly subsidized by the government. The HIPWI indemnities are due when the county loss trigger is identified for the insured county. Losses under HIPWI will be paid within 30 days after the Federal Crop Insurance Corporation, FCIC, releases the list of counties identified as meeting the county loss trigger. Here's a look at the industry numbers from crop year 2020. There were 5 major hurricanes. You can see the states impacted and the number of counties or parishes that received indemnities and the total dollars paid under this program. It is important to note that from the date of the hurricane to the time RMA announced the HIPWI payable counties, that range was about 15 to 30 days. So those indemnities were in the hands of the producers soon after. Here's a quick view to illustrate Hurricane Zeta and Hurricane Sally from crop year 2020. If you remember, those 2 hurricanes followed the same storm track. The storm track is illustrated in the blue on the map on the right-hand side. The counties directly impacted by these hurricanes are highlighted in green. The adjacent counties are highlighted in peach, or the orange color. A total of $8.3 million in indemnities was paid for these 2 storms. It is important to note that a producer will only receive 1 indemnity if a hurricane follows the same path twice in 1 crop year. Hopefully, we will not see storms of this magnitude going forward, But if you are concerned, we would suggest that you visit with your local crop insurance representative to review the numbers in your area. As you can imagine, premiums for this hurricane endorsement will vary by location and crop. Typically, rates are a little higher along the coast than they are for inland properties. To learn more about the HIPWE hurricane endorsement, please visit the RMA website and review the HIPWE handbook or speak with your local crop insurance representative. The sales close date for most crops is February 28th in the southern states and March 15th in the northern states. Thanks for choosing AgriSompo North America and working with our distinguished crop insurance partners. To learn more about the hurricane insurance protection, HIPWE, and other crop insurance programs, please visit your local AgriSompo North America partners. We appreciate your business and wish you nothing but success in the days and years ahead.